Here's my Phyto grow out, time to harvest. Two on the right are a lot darker than the two on the left, but they've all gotten very dark. This is after about a week, and they were just a light green. I filled them about a third with previous culture and then topped off with salt water. The one in the middle hasn't gotten much darker or lighter, and I collected some amphipods and copepods from the tanks because my pod culture crashed, and I think I've got some in there but not a lot, so I'm just going to let it keep cooking. So just finished cleaning the first two bottles, hot water, rinsed them out, scrubbed them with a brush, and then dried them out. Since I'm using tap water, I want to make sure there's nothing in there to contaminate and make sure they're nice and dry. The Nannochloropsis cultures from these two bottles, which were started from two of these originally. I got them off Amazon, so I'm going to probably get a little bit more to fill that up, and then those last two I'll pour into here. That way we'll have 4 cultures going, and I'll have more Nannochloropsis than I know what to do with. Since I don't have any pods to cook, I'm gonna have to order some more, I think. These are the containers I was. I got 1 culture of pods, basically a gallon worth of pods that I spread out to the tanks, and then the culture ice left over from that just never went anywhere, which is too bad. And this is the fertilizer I'm using. Also, I get off of Amazon, but Mercer, Montana seems to be a good company, reliable stuff. And this is usually about how much I'll use to start a culture with salt water. Right now I'm just pouring all of it in so I can wash these other two and then we can spread it out. I also was going to do a little review on the Jabao dosing pump. This is the 2.4. I've got the 3.4 as well, and I might try that. This one has the manual as well as the Wi-Fi option, whereas the 3.4 is just Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi and the setup and all that seems to be okay. The documentation is thorough, just not worded in very good English, but my problem, I had this going for about a week, doing 1 gallon water changes every day in the evening and half in the morning, and it was working. But what I found is when I was doing the 1 gallon water change, the wheels would be spinning so quickly, they were starting to squeal, get hot, and now don't work. So probably I was trying to do too much for a dosing pump, so it was trying to go really quick. I tried out calibrating, just doing 100 mLs on the second two, which I haven't used yet, and when it pumped out 100 ml calibration, it gave me 230. So I'm just going to stick with buckets for now. This is the one thing I wish I could have automated. That way I'm not making a big shock to the system. But corals, so far so good. And in the last week, probably from my keto, however you want to pronounce it, my alkalinity just dropped from 8.4 to 6.4 just in a week. And you can see I've got a need to harvest Cheeto reactor. So that is that. So do you guys ever feel like you have too much towels in your fish room? I don't. We still have puddles on the floor right now. So there's our new cultures set up. See how quick, probably 5 to 7 days, they'll get super dark and ready to harvest. I got 4 bottles of that and another cup that I can dose the 3 tanks. The new 10-gallon and the 25 and the 55. So harvesting the reactor, that's actually pretty cool. It's probably a little more than double the size, but it's packed full, just with low flow. So I'll take this out, probably save a third. The first time I did this, I had probably taken too much out and it didn't grow very well. And I've read that people like to keep it about half full. I was just thinking maybe I've got some pods in there that I can harvest. In fact, I do. So maybe that'll help boost my culture. Hope this isn't too boring. So this is what's going back in, probably about a third, very sparsely spread out. Didn't find any copepods, but several amphipods, so see if I can culture them. That'll be fun. Have a good one.